Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of FTB Skies 2 on the FTOG server. Unfortunately, this week, I have a confession to make. I got a new game last week, and it has kind of taken up most of my time, so I have gotten no work done. I have a plan for the episode, but it's not a lot. But before we get to that plan, I figured out that you can hatch this into a baby Leviathan and have it as a pet. So I want to see if I can speed it up a little bit. In theory, this should only take about 10 normal minutes. So let's speed it up a little more. See if we can hatch this thing real quick before we head on to our next adventure. Hope this works. Why aren't you hatching? Egg. So I have now pumped basically 1.5 full charges of time and... Oh! I may have unpaused at the perfect time. I just heard it. Rack. Does that mean it's gonna spawn me or something? I'm just gonna wait here until it spawns. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna wait any longer. Maybe we'll come back and it'll have hatched at some point. I'm just gonna leave it in here. And we'll see what happens. Today, we're gonna go do some structures. So, because I have nothing else done that's ready to go. So, the structures we still need to do. Pyromancer Tower, still don't know where one of those is. Propolis and Ice Castle are at the very least on the thing are on the map for today. So I put a waystone out by the Acropolis. And once it loads up, we hop over here. And actually, something terrible on this island. This is actually interesting, and I want to show you. Sorry, Panda. I'm actually going to grab these right now. So the terrible thing on this island, if you'll believe it, if we go down here, and we pass wall into this island... Oh, where is it? I looked at it earlier. There it is! There's a unmade wither on this island. Interesting. Oh dear. Come on, let me out. There's also, a bunch of delightful dirt, which is probably where all of these mobs came from. I can actually backpack. And this is the main point of why I came over here. This huge structure. Like, look how far back it goes. Yeah. And we're going to explore it today. And we're going to start right here. Boop. Let's head in. According to the quest, I believe there are 2 bosses. Yeah. Acropolis, you need to kill Claudian, which I think was that thing we saw up there, and Scylla. So we're gonna check our way through this. We have that. We're only gonna take what we actually want, though. Hello. That's a Scylla, I presume. And I presume the Claudian Urchinkin. Hello, Urchinkin? Do you produce interesting things? Got an Azure Stone mural. Interesting. Flying up a little further, taking the water up. If we go up here, this goddess statue. This is something I would like to have. Thank you. And you are a Claudian. Goodbye. We got a chitin claw. Not sure what that's for. Torch flower, wither rose. Interesting. Let's head this way. Hop down here. A hippocampus. Goodbye. Because you're trying to trident me, so you don't get to exist anymore. There's a lot of water in here, which is great for me, because I have the Thread of the Depths, Cindaria, Interesting. There's a lot of, like, Greek mythology themed stuff here, which is nice, and also ancient flowers. What are you? Symbiotico? Like little symbiotes? Interesting. You can all go away, except the tropical fish. I need that for the baby Leviathan. It's gonna hatch from that egg, eventually. And you can go away. We're just gonna fly. It seems like this is on the scale of that big house, or that big building structure a few series ago. I don't remember exactly what series that was. It was a few ago. But are there chests and stuff anywhere in here, or is it just monsters? Because I don't see a lot of loot, which is the main thing we're looking for here. There's one. We've got Lacrima, whatever that is. Destroyable, and I'll take the Turtle Scoot. Because Turtle Scoot is rare. I don't like these octoparasites. They're kind of annoying. Moving on. Where's the Scylla? Is it down in this substructure here? Down to the ground. We've got another goddess statue. I'll take that. Because they're cool. We've got a loot with 2 golden apples. There's not a lot in here that seems to be overly interesting loot-wise. There's a lot of cool blocks. Might have to come back here later and check those out. But is there a monster in here? Campus. There's another chest. Just an enchanted trident. Don't need an enchanted trident, particularly. That is a Scylla? Oh, that's the Claudian. Okay. Whatever. I need to find a Scylla. Nautilus shells, sure. Those are a little bit expensive. Flawless gem. Go away. We're at the point where we're kind of just looking through this stuff for loot. We don't really care about the bad guys at this level of the game, which kind of is both fortunate and unfortunate, because bad guys are fun sometimes. Go away. I wonder what is this Lacrima used for? Throwable anchor, azure sea stone, a shield, and a lightning sphere. Okay. Anything interesting in here? Not really. Let's go find a Scylla, shall we? Up here maybe? There's another Claudian. Which can go away. Go over here somewhere. What's in here? Anything interesting? Honestly, this Acropolis so far is somewhat underwhelming. Lots of cool blocks, good place to get Prismarine if I needed it for something. What kind of tower is this? Is this a Cryomancer tower or a Pyromancer tower? Because a Pyromancer tower would be awesome if it was just spawned in the middle here, but I don't think it is. Oh, this is just a tower. Nothing special, it just happens to have spawned right on top of the Acropolis for some reason. Show me a Scylla. Presumably, there's a Scylla in the Acropolis somewhere. Okay, this is interesting. There's a water-encased anchor here. This isn't a ship or anything, is it? It's just, there's an anchor at the bottom for some reason. I don't see anything that looks like a ship. I did see a siren, though. That may have just thrown itself out. What's your gimmick, siren? You have a gimmick, or you just... you're about? Didn't drop anything interesting, but A Claudian spawn egg, that's funny. Tropical fish. What is in that structure there? Is there anything interesting in here? Scylla, maybe? I heard a noise. That's an urchinkin still. Oh, we've been in here. Okay, so the quest says that there's an anchor of some sort near the top of the structure. So, presumably, up here somewhere, you can go away. More lacrima. Great. Great. Just what I needed. No. Presumably there's an anchor here. There it is. Hello. So, presumably this will summon the Scylla? All Scylla. Music. We're gonna bring that right down. Scylla Roar is gonna come right down. Scylla Hurt is gonna come right down. And Scylla Death is gonna come right down. If I need to, I can make it louder, but we're not gonna need to, I don't think. I think it's gonna be pretty loud like the rest of the bosses in this mod. Hello. Ow. Yep. As I thought. Not overly threatening to someone of my level. Unfortunately, I don't know why they named it a Scylla, considering there's only one Scylla in mythology, and it's basically a Hydra. So, why is there a Storm Champion with an anchor named Scylla? Oh. Go away. Hello. What is this? Boss respawner, so... what do we get? We got Essence of the Storm, which can be used to make a Ceraunus, and an Astrope. I only have 3. How do we make an Eye of Storms? Which can resummon it, apparently? Eye of Storm. Do we have the stuff to make this, or am I gonna just ignore it? As completionism. And... we can make a Prismarine Shard. We can... nah. Don't care. Moving on. But never mind that. We've got an ice castle right here. I don't know what the boss of this is, but it should be ice related, right? Will this thing have better loot? We got icicles, which are basically just retextured dripstone, it looks like. Is there loot in this, or is it just theme? Where is the entrance also? The official entrance. There it is. Okay, so we come up. We got a nice looking portcullis. This actually looks pretty cool. Inside fire pits. Stay on this floor for now. Spawner for Draugr. Cool, cool, cool. Haha, ice pun. What's the quest say for this one? Kill an Apterganger and a Maledictus. Whatever that is. We've got dead bodies. Cool. Let's head this way. That looked important. Heading up. Stairs. We find nothing. There's not a lot of interest going on here. It's kind of just a giant, empty structure, which is not super exciting. Oh, what was that? Monster? Something to do? Or just stuff to look at? Up here? Anything interesting? No. Nothing interesting at all. Okay, these Ender's Cataclysm builds are impressive. but they're so empty. There's nothing in here worth seeing, really. I mean, it's a cool build, but functionality-wise, if the only functionality you have is, like, one boss at the end somewhere, you can do better. Not knocking the creator of the mod, obviously, but, like, come on. Give me something. There's not even any mobs in here. What is going on? Where's anything? It's just an empty castle. Like, I could live here if I wanted to, without any trouble. Without having to take it from any monster. And that's not super exciting. Is there something at the top of this tower that we have to climb up a long ways, fighting nothing? Come on. Hello, what about you? You, Apterganger head. Can I activate it? Button? Ha, there we go. Wake up. What? What do you mean? If I break it, does it... What do I do with this? Shouldn't there be a boss associated with it? Where's the boss? There's supposed to be a boss. Why is there just a head? I am a little bit confused. Am I supposed to put something in there? Defeat the largest of these foes. Is there something in the basement, maybe? That wakes it up? Or... what's going on? Okay, here we are at the bottom of the structure, and there's a... Apterganger. Okay. That's interesting. So they were down here, not up there. Okay. How many of these do I have to beat before the trial spawners finish? A lot of them, apparently. Luckily, this sword executes things after a hit, basically. These aren't spawners. These are trial spawners, which means they do stop. Okay, we've got some loot rooms over here. Guarded by elite Draugr, whatever that means. Sword. Relic. Elite Draugr. Okay, head over, check the other one. They're not even spawning. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's too bright or something. The candles? Are the candles lit? No, the candles aren't lit. I don't know. But, supposedly, these can open the doors and unlock the big boss, presumably. That will be this thing, right? Cursed Tombstone. Presumably, if I click on that, big boss will spawn. Yep, here we go. Maledictus. Oh, ow. This will have to be reduced, perhaps, in post. You can just stop. He's charging stuff up. It's gonna take a minute. Let's see if we can use the power of irony to defeat him faster. Where'd he go? He flies. Of course he does. Okay, when I blast him with magic, he flies, so... this is faster. Why can't I hit him now? Lagging a bit, it seems. Ow. Cool boss if you weren't me. Where is your hitbox? Come on. Very cool boss if you weren't me. If you weren't basically invincible with a crazy powerful sword. Alright, let you do your finisher move. We're not even into our second health bar yet. And there you go. Goodbye. Let's get our coins from the quests book. And this stuff, Cursium ingots, can be used to make various weapons. Cool. Cool. A little underwhelming at this stage in the game, but a little cool nonetheless. Is there loot in here, or is it just from the boss? It's just from the boss. Cool. Well, looks like our boy spawned. Can tame him by feeding him tropical fish, I think. Let's take this guy outside a little bit and see if we can ride him or grow him or tame him or something that will be any use to us at all. Let's go into the arena, because that's a great place, because he can't get out. Presumably he can't fly. Hello? Hello, friend. Bro. Baby Leviathan is staying. Wandering. Following. Okay, can we saddle him? What is this for? What does this do? Is it like a mob boss? He can't... Does he need to be in water? Or something? Let's go find some water. Okay, he swims around. Cool. We click on him. He's healing, that's good. Can't click on him now to make him follow or something. But we can name him, right? Do I have a namer right now? Crusher 2. What should we name him? We should name him Cthulhu. Sure. Cthulhu. Dr. Cthulhu. Yes, actually, we're gonna name him Dr. Cthulhu. Dr. Cthulhu. Like Dr. Doolittle, and also Cthulhu. There you go. Hey, Dr. Cthulhu. Are you gonna die if I leave you in here to swim around happy? I hope not. Because right now you're gonna stay here. So, I finally decided what I wanted from the Play for 100 Hours bags. The only 3 relics I don't, or 4 relics I don't have: Enderhand, the Hunter's Belt, the Amphibian Boot, and the Roller Skates. And I'm pretty sure I've seen both of these and didn't pick them up because I thought I had them. Hunter's Belt, I think I've seen. Haven't seen the Ender Hand. So I grabbed the Ender Hand. And there's the Amphibian Boot. Right there. An Ender Pearl, yay. And I also grabbed the Force of Explorer, which we haven't turned on the Architect. We have Enderman, which prevents Enderman aggression. We have no freezing. We have no phantom aggression, which hasn't really been a problem. And we light up monsters we can't see, which is good for structures. So we'll throw this in right here. And Endermans are no longer allowed to be mad at us. And then we have our baby Leviathan just happily swimming around in the water. But I think that's going to be it for today. We did the we did the Acropolis, actually. And we did the Ice Castle. Might do the End Castle with Grok at some point, so I'm not going to do that today. But, yeah. Super exciting. We're pretty much done with the structures. If we look at the Traveler's Quest. We don't have a Pyromancer Tower. End Castle. Probably next episode. Maybe. We'll see. There's a dinosaur. And then, none of the Cherry Islands I've been on have amethyst crabs And I don't know how to spawn them from those altars. So, yeah. If you know how to spawn an amethyst crab, let me know. But otherwise, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, later.